From retro to next gen, we've got it all. I'm George, a Gen X grown-up, and this is Bit by Bit. Here's another of our famous Doom bits from WFLA.com. Tampa, Florida is letting us know that Doom 1 and 2 are now getting a new physical case with a Doom case that plays Doom, ladies and gentlemen. That is so cool. I love it. Boy, I tell you, if it wasn't for the price tag, I would absolutely be a buyer on this right away. Let's go through this limited run games, getting 3 new physical editions up. The big standout, though, of course, is $666.66. By the way, they're also limiting these to only 666 copies, so these are going to be special limited editions. But here's everything that you can get in that big box edition. Pre-order starts on April 18th and runs through May 18th, as you can see right here in the graphic. Boy, there's a lot of good, fun stuff included in here. Of course, with the standard edition, you get physical copies of Doom 1 and 2, original expansion packs, the new episode Legacy of Rust, and John Romero's Sigil and Sigil 2. So, very cool inclusions. Big Box gets all that stuff, plus some cassette tapes, as you can see down here in the picture, with the soundtrack, some collectible trading cards, retro-inspired box featuring classic cover art. That's very cool. But of course, Will It Run edition, everything plus a statue, the console designed to play Doom, and the fully playable display box. Boy, I tell you, if you're a Doom fan, these are good times. Here's another questionable bit from our friends over at TimeExtension.com. They want to know how you would feel if an arms dealer guy ran the company that published your video game. This is all about the very unique story of the ModRetro Chromatic. Now, this is like a Game Boy Color hardware kind of thing that is popularizing or repopularizing that platform, and people are creating these homebrew games that are getting released for this system. However, there's a little bit of controversy. The guy who owns this company, ModRetro, is Palmer Luckey. Now, he is a very divisive guy, I would say, in the retro gaming world and in American politics. He actually also, where he got all of his money and makes a lot of his stuff, well, he originally started a tech company, got sold, then he became he started a company that basically provides military stuff to the U.S. government. So there's a lot of stuff. He has some interviews like, where is it? He says, societies have always needed a warrior class that is enthused and excited about enacting violence on others in pursuit of good aims. So this guy has some very strong views. The author of this article, Damien McFerrin, he's actually a UK person, and so he wasn't really sure how he would feel. He didn't know a lot about it, so he wanted to do some research, and he went straight to the people who actually have had their games published on this platform and asked each one of them how they felt about the experience and how they feel about, all the controversy surrounding the company. It's a really well-researched article. It's got a lot of good information in it, and I like the fact that it doesn't make any judgments. It just puts the information out there for you to digest and make your own judgments on. I think it's definitely worth a read. Once again, Time Extension hits it out of the park. Here's sort of a creepy bit, kind of retro game related from CreativeBlock.com. Black Mirror is actually going to release a video game that appeared in one of their episodes for this season 7 that was just released. Now, I haven't watched any of the episodes of Black Mirror yet because, as a huge fan, I tend to want to watch them all at once, which means I need like a 7-hour block or something like that just to sit down and absorb it all, and that takes some time. So I'm waiting for the weekend when I can catch up and watch all of these. But apparently there's a video game that's featured in one of the episodes, and it's called Thronglets, I guess. There's a trailer for the Black Mirror, of course, Thronglets, but here's the game itself, and I guess you can play it through the Netflix app. It was produced by Night School Studio. I don't know if it's going to be any good or if it's just like a quick cash grab kind of thing or something, but as long as you have a Netflix subscription, I guess it's free to play. I've played some of their pinball stuff that Zen Studios did in partnership with Netflix, so I'm sure it must be okay at least, or they probably wouldn't release it, but after I watch the episode, I'm definitely going to check this out. I hope you will too. All right, here's a fun top 20 list from earlygame.com. 20 stunning pixel art video games you need to play. Now, first of all, you guys know I don't always like these click-through lists because it's essentially just a way to get you, to give them extra clicks when they could just make the article all in one. But I'm going to say Early Game is doing it right here at least. So they give you a summary of what their thought process is on this list. They give you an image right up front, and then they give you a little description of the game itself and their thoughts on it. You got the little click right here, and you go straight to the next one. So it's not like a whole big reload thing with a bunch of ads all over the place or anything like that, like you would find at msn.com or something. I really like what they've done here. And of course, they started with Balatro, the darling of the gaming world last year. Won a whole bunch of awards as we saw before. Animal Well, I don't know that game, but that looks kind of cool. Dave the Diver, now this is a game that I've heard about. Look at all that pixel art goodness. That's just beautiful. Octopath Traveler 2, so I'm assuming there's a Traveler 1, or a Space for the Unbound. Boy, that's kind of beautiful, although it's a little smoother than I would like in a pixel art game. Oh, now look at that. That feels something like right out of 1987 right there. Wow, Who's Lila? That could be a fun game. Look at all these. Unpacking. Tales Noir. Oh, I love these games. This one's set in a world where, like, you're raccoons and everybody, it's all animals. This looks like a lot of fun. Definitely milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. You know what? I don't even want to go through the rest of the list. This is only number 9 of 20, but damn, you can tell there's a lot of good entries in this list. And here's a retro gaming release bit from our friends over at videogameschronicle.com. There's going to be a new NES game coming out called Banana Bash. Now, okay, in and of itself, that's not a huge story. It's a fun action puzzle game starring a monkey called Oki. I'm not really sure, but either way, cute as hell. This is the artwork for, I'm assuming, probably the cover art or maybe the sticker on the cartridge. But I'm going to tell you folks, this trailer that I watched on this game, the little demo that they've done of gameplay that they've got out so far, holy hell, there's no way that this looks like an NES game. It absolutely 1000% looks like, at the worst, a Super Nintendo Entertainment System game, and maybe even the next generation of consoles. It's really pretty. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I think I got to go support these guys and go check this thing out when it does release. That's going to do it for the news making headlines in the gaming world right now. I am George, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep on bringing you the news bit by bit.